Oh, big day in the news department. Big day in the news department, right? All of a sudden, they are investigating Henderson, Nevada. Search warrant for a home in Henderson, Nevada of a person of interest. Not an arrest warrant, a search warrant. Now, here's what I know. And I want to be clear about it. The people that are involved are never going to be clear and concise with you. They're going to tell you their side of the story, and that's that. That's it. All you're going to get is their side of the story. But that don't mean you're getting the truth. Now, what we used to do back in the day is some old-fashioned, nothing really drawn out, but clear and concise. You shut the F up. If you know you've done something that you shouldn't have been doing, you shut the F up. It's an old phrase that go take it to the grave. Not everything needs to be spoken. You hear me? Not everything needs to be spoken. And why is that? Because you could go to jail. How many times the federal government is going to have it rubbed in their face that they messed up the Biggie and Tupac situation? How many times are they going to hear that their agency is responsible for said actions? Right? How many times they got to hear that? A lot, right? A lot. How many times you think they want to keep being reminded of it? Then have everybody come over with their conspiracy theory and say, I knew it was them all along. Yep. Knew it. They make me sick. Can't stand them. Knew they were guilty. Now, Keefe D sat there and told you flat out, yeah, we were there. We did it. Yeah, my nephew, man, he did it. Yep. We were paid too. Yeah, we went and did it. We was like, yeah, well, our money. We just took care of business. We want our money. So, what brought all this about? This is the fact that this man was under arrest for a whole nother crime, but signed what they call a puffer agreement. Right? Now, we don't know if Keefe D is the person. All right, let's make that stated right now. We don't know if that is the person home in Henderson, Nevada that they got the search warrant for. But a lot of people are insinuating that the person is Keefe D. It's a large insinuation going on, saying that it's Keefe D. Now, if the person is and happens to be Keefe D, I have this to say about it. If they are taking him in and they going in for the arrest, I would just love for them to stop by on their way and pick up Reggie while they at it. I'd be like, man, since you're going that way, Reggie ain't that far away. Why don't you swoop by and scoop him up too? Get old Reggie too. I slide them a little extra money if they want to pick Vlad up too. I be is Djvlad is he any way could be culpable in this? Slide do and pick him up too. Why you at it? I mean, since we out here, why not, right? So, now that people are starting to figure this out, starting to see that, hey, this is something that probably could have been done a long time ago. Why all of a sudden after all these years? Didn't Reggie say something about they were gonna arrest Keefe? Didn't he say something about that? Or did my ears deceive me? Because I remember something about last year or something. He was saying something about they were ramping up the investigation to come up with an arrest for Keefe D. Now, what did I tell y'all about Reggie? I don't deal with him. Now, I got no problems with John. John's doing his thing over there at Bomb First, doing what, that's his platform. Let John do his thing. But when Reggie was like, man, come on, come up on the show, man. I'd love to hear about it. Just come up on the show. And I said, I don't want to come up on no show and talk to you. You the police. I believe, in my infinite wisdom, you were a crooked cop. Hell, you just went to jail. You just went to jail. Serve time. And what did you go to jail for, sir? So, I believe your father was a crooked cop. Reggie and Reggie. Like father, like son. So, crooked cops are still friends with cops who ain't been found out to be crooked. And they can get a lot of information and they can get a lot of things done. Absolutely. Absolutely. They can get things done. Now, what are those things that they can get done? It's quite simple. They can have it where you, being the good person that you are, fully, wholeheartedly They can get information on investigations. They can have people's information looked into. Hell, they used to be legally doing it. What would stop them from doing it now illegally? See, people, I'm just a truth teller. So this is why I never had anything to do with Reggie. Don't really like to mention him. Don't want him on my platform. Don't want Reggie. So because I don't want Reggie around me or nothing to do with Reggie, this becomes a narrative that people like to run with. Like saying, hey, he didn't want nothing to do with Reggie. I didn't want nothing to do with Reggie because of Reggie. That's it. So if I believe Keefe D has something to do with it, absolutely. Do I believe Tupac has something? Puffy has something to do with Tupac's demise? Absolutely not. 100% believes he's innocent because he knows how stupid that is. Nothing good was going to come from that. That was going to make the situation worse. Only an idiot or somebody from the streets would believe that would make sense. Because in their world, that makes sense. Because they in the street world. But in a business world, that's blowing up the money. That's messing up the money. That situation ended up costing Biggie his life. In the midst of all of that, they're trying to fight and prove to everybody in the world that, hey, we ain't had nothing to do with that. And the atmosphere of that and losing Pac the way they did caused people to make actions and calls they shouldn't have made. A lot of people believe there are more active parties in the situation. And I'm not a police officer. I don't get paid to investigate crimes. They do. So I would not do their job for them. Just like with the Kels situation. When they came to me, talking about my videos, wanting me to go on record so I could be in this documentary and get some money. Sorry, I turned that down. I don't need the money that bad. I don't champion his behavior, but I'm not going to support anything that has something to do with jumping down on that. Well, Las Vegas know what's going on in the situation with Pac because they're just trying to find a way to get it off their books. See, this ain't an LAPD situation. Even though it blew up the LAPD, this is a Las Vegas situation. So this is a Las Vegas problem. Las Vegas got their department has this on their heads. And the reason they want to get this off the books is because of the simple fact that they want this off the books is because they're bringing big business into Nevada and Las Vegas. They want the police department to show that they've changed. There's big money coming into town. They're talking of getting an NBA team. That stadium is going to host big things. They just got the hockey championship there. A hockey team in Vegas. They just got started. And they've already won a Stanley Cup. Adam Silver's finna have this tournament in Las Vegas. They modernized and Europeanized the most of the strip. They're expanding the strip. So they want to do more and more. Now, what is showing that the police is proactive than resolving the Tupac murder? Finally solving this case after all these years. Right? They want to close the book on it. So if Keefe D can help them close the book, that would be that, wouldn't it? That chapter would be closed. I'm just saying. That would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? See, everything revolves around big business. You have to look at the motives and not just look at the situation. Well, people understand that there are narratives and notions that indicate certain parties' involvement. A lot of people believe that it was an inside job. A lot of people believe that other parties was responsible. So there's so many moving parts. They just want the closure. That's what they want. They want the closure. And as soon as they can get and ensure themselves that they have closure here, they can move accordingly from that perspective only. Why would anyone else and anybody else want to be involved? Firsthand. This is how it went down.
It was almost 27 years ago when Tupac Shakur was shot multiple times right near the Las Vegas Strip. He died a week later. No arrest has ever been made, but that could soon change. Las Vegas Metro Police confirming today they served a search warrant Monday at a home in nearby Henderson, Nevada. That's just about 20 miles outside of Las Vegas. It's unclear what they were looking for, though, or what they got. A police department spokesperson said little information could be released because this is an open investigation. Now, to take you back, it was September 7th, 1996, when Shakur was gunned down while sitting inside this black car with Marion Suge Knight, the head of Death Row Records, who is now, by the way, serving an almost 30-year prison sentence for a 2015 Compton murder. Now, police have said the two were stopped at a red light when a white Cadillac pulled up next to Shakur and Knight and opened fire. Tupac was shot multiple times. He was rushed to a hospital where he died September 13th. Just last month, Tupac, largely considered one of the most influential and versatile rappers of all time, received a posthumous star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. We were there as his sister spoke on behalf of the six-time Grammy Award nominee who earned 5 #1 albums in his short yet impactful 5-year career. In the past, about the murder investigation, Las Vegas police have partially blamed the stalled investigation on witnesses just refusing to cooperate out of fear of retaliation. But the good news is Nevada does not have a statute of limitations for prosecuting homicide cases. Tupac Shakur was just 25 years old when he died.
And think about now, you just heard that. Nevada don't have that law. Now, California, there could be a statute of limitation. But mostly all of those are being changed and removed so that they can go ahead and prosecute old crimes. This is why you have to be careful when you're going on these platforms running your mouth. Boosie, you got to be a little careful when you're on these platforms running your mouth. Keefe, Reggie. Well, Reggie's the cops, so Reggie ain't got nothing to worry about. So, I just wanted to put the truth out there to the people. Don't forget to subscribe to the page. The name is KARCENO for Life. Absolutely. Ain't no diggity, ain't no doubt. Everybody see what it's all about. Everybody can see what this is about. It's clear. It's concise. The world knows. Tupac is big business now. Huge, iconic. Like he say, to be the living legend, breathing or dead. And he is that. He is truly a living legend, breathing or dead. He has accomplished that. He's iconic. And there's nothing anybody could do to take it away because it can't happen. He's changed the game. No one has had that work ethic. I have seen Lil Wayne, probably the hardest worker since him. But he did that strictly off the strength and the willpower of if he will it, it can happen. And there's no stronger belief in the world than actually seeing something come from your hard work. When you see something arise from all the work you've put in, that gives you a boost of energy that no man or female alike, there's like no energy in the world when you put in hard work and it pays off. Nothing like it in the world. To actually accomplish a goal that you set your mind out to do. The thrill, the joy that you get from that can't be matched. It can't be matched. No matter how hard people try. They can't match that. I've seen it in so many different people's eyes and faces. They saying, Puffy did it, man. Okay. You do know Puffy's a businessman, right? Puffy at this time, when the Tupac Biggie's situation was going on. If he took the life of Tupac, that's not finna help Biggie. That's not finna help Bad Boy. That's gonna put them more. Now you really can't tour. Now you really can't do shows. Now you really are on alert. That makes it even more dangerous. Well, there was one person making everybody that uncomfortable. And that one person was Suge. And once he went to jail shortly after, it gave everybody a false sense of security. It was okay to start coming to Cali and doing everything they wanted to do. That was bad information and a very bad idea. Well, after everything was said and done, people start to see things for what they truly were. They started to see that, hey, maybe we shouldn't be doing this. Maybe this is not such a good idea. Maybe we should sit the hell down somewhere. This might not go the way we thought. Oh, the world gets different. Everybody wants everything to be civil. It's like what Pac said. Everybody want peace after they done started some it. But Puffy and Big never had a problem with Pac. That never was a problem. It was never a problem until Biggie blew up. If Biggie never became the mega star he did while Tupac was locked up, he wouldn't have came out of jail saying F Bad Boy and Bad Boy killed. That would have never happened. You would have never heard that. And the reason why is simple. He wasn't on that. That wasn't his vibe. All that bad boy killer, bad boy this, bad boy did it, bad boy. He was so bad because bad boy was under him and they blew up. The people that he was cool with, Live Squad and all them, they roll with Big and Puff and all them. He already knew that. It wasn't like they was rolling with him before, like after he got shot, now they rolling with him. That ain't how that happened. Stretch and them always was cool with Puff and Big and them. And when he would come to New York, they all hung out. This was about Puffy not doing the right thing. And the right thing was he should have at least sent money to Tupac while Pac was in jail. I know what Puff was thinking. He's thinking from a business perspective, this is bad. We don't need any attachment to this. We need to stay away because he was listening to what his people were telling him, not what the street move was. You see, Clyde Davis was informing Puffy what to do. Clyde was writing this big boy check So Clive is like, if I'm finna go on this venture with you, and this dude just got shot up and he going to jail, I don't want no association with him. See, when Pac got hit at Quad Studios, Big ain't dropped yet. Bad Boy Records ain't even exist yet. They in there recording songs. So while Pac is locked up, Big become the biggest star in the world. Before that, Pac had the #1 album from jail, Me Against the World. Then when he was locked up, Big come and he bring back the East Coast, and Biggie's on the cover of the magazine. The King of New York is Biggie Small. Pac was jealous as hell over that. Over the situation, he felt disrespected. Jealousy ain't the real word, but he was bitter over that shit. Because, one, they weren't going to come see him. He didn't want Big to go to the jail to see him at all. Big, don't do it. We can't have you going to jail to visit. See, back now, that'd have been cool to do for publicity. Back then, they look at that as a detraction. You get dropped from a label for that. You see 50 Cent get dropped for getting shot. He the one that got shot. And they dropped him. Hit the like button and subscribe. Oh yeah. You get the whole smear here. Y'all want to talk on the Patreon? For sure. For sure. We will talk on the Patreon. But I also want to say, if it is what it is, or what they saying it is, like a lot of people think Keefe did it himself. Like he was the one that did it. He's the one pushing the Lando Anderson thing because he don't want it to stick to him. Lando's a skinny dude. They say it was a thick arm that came out the car. Man, he knew it was him. He did it. So no matter what, whatever comes out of this, a lot of people gonna watch the way they talk. Well, maybe not. You've seen these young dudes just talk reckless and then end up going to jail or on trial for life. They just don't get it. Some people just won't get it. You know, it's almost like you gotta give up. But it is what it is. Yeah, word to Uncle Irv. These dudes will definitely do themselves in. They don't see the big picture. They never do. And because they don't see the big picture, they don't get it. They don't get it. They just plainly don't understand. So, on that notion, I say to you, thanks for listening to me. Thanks for giving me your attention and time and spending a half hour listening to me talk. Appreciate it. Hopefully it was informative to you. And we'll talk more on the Patreon and talk more about what really happened then. Some people who love to go back to 95 and 96. I will tell y'all some details that I left out of this video and why I had to leave it out this video. Now, God bless, and that's all she wrote. Shouts out to everybody that support me, and deuces. I done dropped this thing way too many times.